Hi everyone, Soulrise Gaming here. I thought I'd go through optimizer builds as requested by some of you guys, and I know that there's quite popular ones out there. I did a video for Parrot 6's optimizers in the previous video, so I'll put a link to that on the description above. But today I would like to go through Mmlh's one. So I want to thank him personally for his help and support, and for all these guys for their contribution towards the Tap Titan 2 community. If it weren't for all these lovely people, we wouldn't be where we are. So thank you guys, and if you want to support them anyway, then go to the Tap Titan 2 compendium hero QUP, I think that's how you pronounce it, and just log into the URL. I'll put a link to it below, and all the builds, resources, guides are updated here regularly, so check this as regularly as you can. And if you want to donate to any of these lovely people, then the links are on this page, and again I'll put in the description below. So again, before I begin the video, just want to say a great thank you to all those people for helping the Tap Titan 2 community. Now on for the build. First, click on the link for optimizers above. So to begin, when you first get to this page, click on both links, so skill tree optimizer and artifact optimizer. Once you've got them loaded, the first thing you want to do is to make a copy. So you can either share or save, so file, make a copy, and this will allow you to edit the document itself. So I'm just going to make a copy on both files. I don't need the old ones, I can't edit, so just wait for that to load up. Okay, now I'll do the artifact optimizer first. So when you first get to the page, you go to the bottom right, and it's got all the green columns. So any green column is the information that you can edit. Now I will start by going from the top to bottom. So at the top it says total relics. This is your lifetime relics. It can be found in the stats string. So you go to your game stats tab here, which shows stats, and your lifetime relics will be at the bottom where it says relics earned. And so this is your lifetime relics that you've earned. So you basically type in exactly what it says there. And total artifacts owned is how many artifacts you currently have. Now just note that this salvage artifacts do not count to total artifacts. Now there's currently 95 artifacts in the game from 3.1, as so if you've got 95, put in 95. And then the next section is your build, so what current builds you have. I have got a pet build, and your hero is last hero you reach your max stage with, and extension level that you can reach. So extension 3 is yellow border, extension 2 is green border, extension 1 is blue border, and if you had no extension it would be grey. So I've got a green border, so I'm in ascension 2, so I'll leave that. My gold type, I've got fairy. Your activity, if you play online, semi-offline or offline, most people will put online. Even if you think you don't play that often, unless you're running a Silent March build, I would leave it online. Your estimated AD. Now AD stands for artifact damage, so this estimates what is the best for artifact damage, and I put yes because you want to see that information. Percentage of relics to books of shadows. So this is how much of your lifetime relics you want to invest into books of shadows. Generally a good value is 40 to 50%. So again, you just want to leave that at 50. And of what relics not spent on books of shadows which are used. So that's basically what's the amount of relics that you're not spending on the BOS, how much of the remaining relic that you want to use on the rest of your artifacts. So just put 100%. Rounding light, how you want to see the information, if you want it in 1 decimal or rounded, which is heavy, which is no decimal point. We have light, which is to 1 decimal point, or none, which is to 2 decimal point. I prefer none because I like to see it. As you can see, it's affected on the left there, so it's 3.69, and if you put it on heavy, it would just be 3. But I would like to leave it none because I'd like to know exactly the measurements I'm looking at. Full names refer to the artifacts. So if you want abbreviation or the full names, you click on that. And dark mode, that just refers to the template if you want it dark or light. So once you fill that section in, you want to go to the left side and you want to tick which artifacts you have. It's true or false if you have the artifact or not. So if you've clicked 95, they'll all be true, so that saves you time. That all you've got them all. But if you haven't, and if you selected a set amount, just make sure you've got it selected that you have got them. So select true on the ones you have and select false on the ones you haven't got. And once you've done that, it will tell you the ideal level and percentage that you should have your artifacts. So just go to your artifacts tab and just have a look to check that it is matching the level that is recommended. So for example, on my one, I've got 8.44 and that says 7.65 over 21. So I've actually got higher than 50%. So I'm doing good. And on charge card, I can see that I can increase that more. That's just a little bit under. But overall, use it as a guideline to level up the optimum artifacts. And that's it for the artifact optimizer. Pretty straightforward. All these information on the tabs down here are just basically the workings and the calculations. There is capped artifacts that just shows you how much it costs to level these ones out max, and they should all be leveled max anyway. And that's it for the artifact. Now for the skill point optimizer, exactly the same. So first of all, it gives you instructions on how to use the optimizer on here. So if you're not too sure, read these information. But the two tabs that you'll be using is the stats input and the SP optimizer, which basically shows the outputs and screenshot if you want to use it. The rest of these are just tips and logs and builds and just general maths for the actual template. So you don't have to worry about any of the other tabs. Two tabs that you want to be looking at is these two, stats input and skill point optimizer. So start on the stats input. You need to fill in all this information first. So again, start at the top, choose which build you want to use. So I'm using pet build, and then your gold source, I'm using vary, and then your total skill points. So you go to in-game, go skill tree, and your total skill points is up here. So this type here says ignored if not enough SP in tree, and it just basically means optimizers won't suggest skills you didn't unlock yet, but to pretend by spending a skill point in their trees when yes is selected. So keep that yes, which basically means that it won't show you a skill that you can't get access to yet. Ignore duration cooldown. Determines whether duration cooldown is used to calculate efficiency or not. I'll just keep that a no. Cumulative efficiency mode. So it shows efficiency from 0 current level instead of current level to next level in the large tree. This shows efficiency per level to check if skills stand out in particular. And then you basically got cumulative efficiency mode and reverse efficiency mode. I'll just leave them. It just basically shows if you want to show the next efficiency up or the lowest efficiency down from the skill points, but there's no point making it more complicated as it is, so just leave them. And offline or online, so again, unless you're doing a silent march build, always select online. Dark mode is just to do with the design of the template. If you prefer it dark or light, I'll leave it light. Hero, so the hero is the input which hero is currently your hero dealing the most damage near max stage. So on my one, it would be to check when you reach max stage, check which hero it is, and I've got Mmlh Doctor, so I'll select that. And extension level, so as I mentioned before, there's different extensions. So if you've got yellow border, it's level 3. If you've got green border, it's extension 2. Blue border, extension 1, and no extension is grey. So when you reach new max stage, just look at the color border, and that's what's extension. I've got green, so it's 2. So these are just which complete sets you have of them. So you've got Ancient Warrior set, click yes. If you've got Chain Clockwork set, press yes. Dark Predator set, the reason it's crossed off no, because it's mainly Dark Predator set is used for silent march builds, so offline build, so that's why it's dark. If I did offline, it would highlight there, but because I'm an online player, it's dark, so you wouldn't have to worry about that. Corrupted Emerald Knight set, I have got that, so I'm ticking yes. Master Sword artifact is max, yes. So check your artifact tab, which is normally right at the bottom, to see if you've got Sword Master artifact. There it is, the Master Sword, and that is max for me. May move to the Watcher, first hero, second ascension evolved. So again, check your hero tabs, and she's at a second ascension, so I'll put yes. If she was higher, I'll put which evolved ascension she is. All probability artifacts, yes, max. All probability artifact is referring to Lucky Foot of Mmlh. This artifact, this is the all probabilities one, so if that's maxed out, press yes. So all probability slash, if it's not on your main slash, so when you click your slash, if you have got it equipped as your main slash, then put the amount in, which mine is 1.096, and if it's not, just put 1. Critical stats, and that's on your stats panel. So go to heroes tab, all the way to top to stats. So you do your critical chance is this, critical chance under your probability settings. And then look at your cleaving strike level in-game build. So this is referring to not the skill tree optimizer's got now, but what you currently got. So this can calculate it when your current build to optimize it even further, or you can reset your skills and you can do it from 0 and start from scratch. And testing chance, and this is on your stat bar under your probabilities. Testing chance is 60.08. So craft and power level can go to equipment, and the equipment section shows it there, craft and power level 14. Shadow cone level and warcry level is your active skills, and if they are leveled at 25, to keep it 25. Taps a second, how many taps you approximately get per second, 20 with the power swiping. So tap point second is average is 10, and if you have the power swiping it's normally 20, so just leave it at 10. Max kill time in seconds, LS and SL patience. So that basically means for how many seconds you want to spend at most on a single boss or titan when using lightning strike and or searing light, mostly depending on your patience. I'll leave it default as 8. And the ash damage source is only for clanship builds. Basically refers to, see, ash damage source is for clanship builds which choose how patient you are. The only way for the clanship itself to benefit from ash is to time the CO bonus shot so it hits right before or after a normal CS shot, and go for clanship if you want the time to CS bonus shot right through before or after a regular shot, so that you hit a clanship shot during an ash stun. Go for the clanship mate instead if you don't want to do that, and rely solely on summoning clan mates from CO hitting during stun. Clanship also includes clan mates damage. Now for extra accuracy, this won't affect the final build, so your total effect, so I wouldn't worry about using this. This is just for extra bit information, won't affect the build. So you fill them in if you want to for more accuracy. I'll leave them because as I said, it won't affect the final build anyway. So once you're filled in, go to your skill point optimizer, put some in from the previous build that has already been saved on there. I'll go through the save settings in a sec, but you can click clear tree if you wish to reset it, and it will reset it down. It resets it down to 12 because it always leaves a couple points on the starters on there. You can clear them to 0 if you wish to start from scratch, or leave them at 2 because you need a minimum of 2 to open up these trees anyway. So once you've inputted that, it then tells you the best skill points to start using your points at 1 point at a time on the left table here, so the top one being the most effective and going down. So you can then just start selecting these and it auto fill in the tree for you, so you can just spend time just using these to fill this in. And once you've used up all your skill points, you can then go to screenshot and it'll say exactly where to position all your skill points for the optimum build. And if you want to save a copy of this build, you can either use existing build name, so just by selecting which one you want to override. So if I wanted to use number 7, which is that one, pet boss, I'll just go to save and click go, and it will save over that. Or I can use a unique one, so pick one of the empty cells and just go Soulrise. Once you've typed in a new file name, you then got to select the row it's in, so you go to select 17 and it comes up with Soulrise, so you know it's worked. Click save and press go, and it will save the build that you've done. And if you wish to load it back up, if you want to come back to it again, exactly the same, just select which build and go to restore, then go. And that's how you use the skill tree optimizer. So have a go, have a fiddle and experiment and try. If you have any questions, please look at the beginning instruction guide bit there, or you can join us in Discord or leave a comment in the section below, and we'll try to help with any questions you may have. If this video has helped, leave a like and a thumbs up, and subscribe and hit the bell notification button, because I will be releasing new Tap Titan guide videos every week, and I'm also streaming on Twitch every Sunday from 9 PM GMT time if you want to catch me live, some Q&As, or just chat and hang out. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care. Bye.